during the third act of Spider-Man No Way Home, we get an incredible action sequence that features multiple multiverse villains. Now, of course, while this is going on, up above them in the sky, we also see reality breaching upon the MCU. And it is here where we see multiple Spider-Man villains that have been teased for future projects. So let's talk about all of these and a little bit more. So again, there is a lot going on in that third final act of Spider-Man No Way Home. Not only is the Statue of Liberty looking like it's being half turned into a Captain America monument, there's also the fact it's set during night, so it's somewhat hard to see. There's also the fact that they keep cutting between action sequences, so many characters, and of course the breach that is happening above, which very briefly shows us a ton of Spider-Man characters that are trying to break through. Now, upon watching the film and knowing what's coming, if you really start to pay attention, you can really tell who some of those characters are. So first and foremost, one of the most obvious ones, which was the obvious choice for Sony to put up front, was Kraven the Hunter. You see him, you see the spear, you see what looks like the, lion's mane around him, like it's very clearly that character. There's also a character who looks like he has a bald head. Now, that one, again, it's a silhouette. You can barely make out who it is, but it would be safe to assume that this is probably Chameleon because of the whole mask thing and all that, so I think that kind of makes sense. Another one that's very prominent is Rhino. You see almost what looks like a slightly modified comic-accurate version of the character, almost like they melded the comic look to a robot suit, kind of like Insomniac's Spider-Man to a degree. We also get a pretty decent look at Scorpion in his suit, which that's very interesting because I would love to see the MCU version in that suit, but who knows if we ever get that one. Another big notable one, if you look for the female silhouettes, is Black Cat, and possibly even Spider-Woman and or Madam Web, which seems to make an appearance in there. Again, you can't really tell which one of those, but you can definitely tell Black Cat just because of the way the body looks. And if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, and you know what to look for. One interesting one that I was looking for, I could not locate it myself, but people said it's there, so maybe when I rewatch it again, I'll pay close attention to the scenes I wasn't looking at, and that's the Watcher. People have pointed out that it looks like he's there, and this could possibly connect it to, the what if multiverse and everything, which would be the obvious choice here. So overall, there's plenty of characters in there. Some people have also suggested that they saw other symbiotes. Again, there were so many things on there that you could probably just pick and choose something random from the comic, and it's probably in there. And it will be interesting to see if they do anything with any of these down the road and what they decide to do with these characters, if anything. Or if this was just kind of a, hey, let's toss it out there and tease and we'll see what gets a good reaction. Which honestly, that seems to be Sony's way, so I suppose we just wait. So did you guys end up seeing anything that stuck out to you outside of what I've mentioned so far? I was really hoping for Man-Spider, but I did not see him.